Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. And I'm very excited to introduce to y'all a very extremely talented music artist and writer and producer and CEO. How are you today? Welcome to the show, Trennyy Rayy.
I appreciate you for letting me come on here, for real. And I'm doing
Oh,
good.
most
I'm blessed.
definitely. It's an honor to have you on.
Most definitely, most definitely. I'm blessed. I can't complain at all, for real.
So, why don't you start by telling us where you're from and how you got started in music?
I'm originally from Columbia, Tennessee. Um, I grew up there in Lewisburg. Um, Currently still living in Lewisburg slash, Chapel Hill area. But my grandfather is a big inspiration for a lot of my, you know, for everything that I do. And my uncles, that's my inspiration. And God,
Mhm.
the people around me now today, um, just all that.
I love the message you give. You answered one of my questions about who your inspiration is, but most definitely love your music and the message
Thank you.
that you relate to people. So, what made you decide to? Was it just natural you starting to do a message like that, or was it something that just told you that was the way to go with your content?
No, it was after my grandfather passed away. Like I linked up with all kind of people in this
Mm-hmm.
music industry. And back at that time, I wasn't really making. I wasn't making. It ain't about the money, but I wasn't making real music. And what I mean by real music is making it from scratch and owning it and having
Mm-hmm.
real 100% ownership of your music. And I'm not meaning like no YouTube beats,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like that. But it opened my eyes up after he died, and like he preached to me a lot whenever I was
Mm-hmm.
growing up about ownership and having ownership of your work, and
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much the reason why I do what I do today. I like having ownership of my work, and people can't take God out of it with me putting that in there, so they can't take that
Mm-hmm.
from me. They can take all that
Mm-hmm.
other stuff, but when I put God in it, you can't take that from me. So
Most definitely. I love the message you give, and it's music that usually, you would hear in church and stuff, but it's music that also captivates other
yeah,
people.
it's in the
You know,
streets too.
it
There's people in the
captivates
streets that need to hear.
everybody. Right. Even in the industry, I'm saying it's captivating a lot of people's attention
Yes,
that
ma'am.
might not even be a believer, might not even go to church because that's how good your music sounds. And I think the awesome thing about it too is they're getting a message at the same time
Yeah,
that they need to hear. So, I
that's
think
what
it's
it's all about, man. Like
right.
it's about what you put out. Like I've been learning a whole lot about. You know, Sometimes it is about what you put in your body.
Mhm.
But really it's about what comes out. You could do all kind of stuff and put bad in your body and repent it and however you want to forgive it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We all got to have a relationship with something, and if you ain't got one with God, find one. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
But
right.
I don't know. It's just meaning. It's got to have meaning for me to want to. I give everybody the opportunity to work with anybody. But
Mhm.
like right now, it's just I'm not selfish. You know what I mean? I just when
Mhm.
God puts it in me, I put the work out.
Right.
But if
Most def
God ain't talking, I ain't speaking either.
right. That's a good
Holy
I
Spirit.
like that line. You should put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, most definitely.
If God's not
Now I ain't gonna steal
talking,
no
I ain't
ideas. I ain't gonna
speaking.
steal no ideas. No, for real
Yeah,
though.
no one steal that idea. We got to get on it so they don't. No. But seriously, that definitely would be a dope t-shirt. I would buy that t-shirt.
Most definitely.
So, but most definitely look forward to working with you. Me and Trenny Ray will be working together as well on a few
Yeah.
projects, and I have to say I am honored. You are a true artist.
Yes, ma'am.
You definitely, put a lot of time and effort and energy into it, and it's not just, fly by night music or music that people are going to forget tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
music that really sticks with you too and resonates. And I think that's awesome that you have such an effect with your music because you want people to feel it. That's the most important thing as an artist. You want other people to feel it,
Yeah.
and you bring that to the table.
And that's what I try to aim for with every song. Like I want it to be something like what you just said, not you go forget about it the next day. Like I want it to be you can
Mm-hmm.
listen to it 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years down the road, however long it
Mm-hmm.
takes. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not pushing it on people,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna hit who it needs to hit. You know, we
Most
all we all got
definitely.
a gift and we all got a soul in us, and we
Mm-hmm.
can all talk to people in ways, and help them grow
Mm-hmm.
in ways. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Most definitely. Very true. I say sometimes, um, just smiling at someone or saying hello might make someone's day. That's
Yeah,
having a bad day. So, a lot of the time people need a message like that. And what better way to bring people together than music?
yeah.
So, I definitely think it's dope what you're doing. What made you, I was curious, like, what's your creative process when you're creating? Because you make your own beats too. You produce, you mix, you master, you write the music. So, like, what's your creative process to even making a track?
Well, there's so many processes. I'm not gonna lie to you, because like for me myself, like I don't just make music for me. I make music for other people also. So I have to kind
Mm-hmm.
of get in their mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it all depends. Like if I'm doing a song, like I know that what I want to do. Like it's not something that I'm just gonna go in the studio and plan it. Like I have to know what I'm gonna do and when I'm ready to do it. I don't
Right.
rush music no more, because when you rush it, that's when stuff don't get to sounding right, and like
Mm-hmm.
it could even be people around you trying to like boast up and try to get you to, like, I don't know, get to their level. But I'm not on any type of level when it comes to this music. I'm in my own lane, and I don't know, my confidence. I'm humble. I'm
You
very
are
humble.
you are very humble. I also noticed that you are a very humble person. You are not selfish at all. You are a real one for real. And I just want to give you your flowers on my
Thank
show
you.
because I definitely think you're one of the few artists left that I know that really puts all his heart and soul in his music and don't just rush it.
Yeah,
I think that's a lot of the problem sometimes with some artists is they rush so much just because they're anxious to drop something instead of just taking their time with it. And you you definitely every time it's like a masterpiece.
it don't matter if they listening or if they ain't. Whatever it is. Don't be in competition.
Mhm.
Don't rush yourself when it comes to this music, or even your own career, because
Mhm.
when people go doing that on other people, it's gonna hold you back even further.
Yeah, that's great advice
And
because a lot
I've
of
learned
people
that.
I feel like do they look at other artists and they say, "Oh, this person's dropping this. I better hurry up and drop this." But you don't have
Hmm.
to rush.
Yeah,
Because, sometimes when you rush, that's how things end up being worse, sounding worse.
yeah, most
So it
definitely.
definitely is important to take your time. Like I tell a lot of artists, you really need to promote your project and your track for like 6 months. Like leave people hungry for more, leave them hungry and it seems like nowadays they just want to drop, 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 drop. And it's like, and
Yeah,
then you're wondering why you're not getting the right amount of views and everything because
yeah.
if you don't have the right promotion telling people, go listen to this, go stream this, no one's even going to know to listen. And then they might
Miss
the
the
first
whole
five, miss a
subjective
whole
of it.
album or the
Hmm.
first 5 songs you drop because you're in a hurry to drop more so quickly. So, it definitely is a process and nothing happens overnight. And, I hope artists can learn as well from our conversation because it's definitely very crucial and important. Um, it's definitely something that should not be taken lightly when it comes to even the time frame of dropping stuff.
And
So,
that's another thing. Like it's different when it's my time. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But like when it's other people's, like when I'm producing for other people, I have to make that time for them, so it's their time.
Hmm.
And I respect it and I accept it. You know what I mean? Because if
Hmm.
I don't make that time for them, then I'm not really a producer or trying to get what they want. And like here lately, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really ain't been producing that much just for the people that's under my label, and the people that's real dear and close to my heart around me.
Mhm.
Shanti, Ambassador Shanti, Sermon. We got Moses, Josh Wilson. Even my girlfriend, she helps me write
Mhm.
songs. She don't have to.
Right.
It's not something that's forced to just.
Right.
It's all in the spirit.
I think it's very dope that, like we were saying last night, like I was saying, I think it's very awesome you have a girl that's so supportive,
Yeah.
because, there's so many times I've gotten calls about, just people in general not being supportive, not backing that person up, or causing so much drama, they're distracting them from, the main purpose and the main goal of what they should be doing. So, I think that's awesome. That's a blessing for
It
sure
is. It is a
to have
blessing.
a
I'm not
spouse.
even gonna lie.
For sure. Someone that's so supportive to what you're doing, and even helps you write music sometimes. That's definitely dope. So shout out to her. Shout out to everybody you named. Shout out to tell us about you were telling me about a tour too with the churches you were
Oh
doing.
yeah, so we got this thing called East One Reach One tour right now going on, and it's pretty much we've just booked a bunch of surrounding counties around us, and it's
Mhm.
churches, different churches linked up under God. It's all it's all
Mhm.
about. We all come together for Jesus, spreading the good name.
Mhm.
But it's amazing
Mhm.
every event, because like we meet new people and we see the other people that we do these shows with, and it's
Mhm.
just God works every time, and he's
Most
working without them shows, but this them shows is just the reach we've been able to do for so many people that need it. There's some people that don't know nothing about none of this, uh,
Mhm.
the word. And I'm not the type to shove it down nobody's throat or force it on nobody.
Mhm.
You like I said, if
Mhm.
you ain't got a relationship with God, find one.
Mhm.
Work towards it. Like take
Mhm.
baby steps.
Right. Mhm. Yeah,
It's
most
just
definitely. It's important to have a relationship with God. I don't talk too much politics and religion.
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
either. But
only
like
because people have such controversy and their own opinions on things. But at the same time, it's important, not to shove it down people's throat, but to at least talk about it sometimes,
yeah,
because, we are the ones that need to really lead the flock, so to speak. So, it's still important to speak about, certain things so it could be put out there. And I think it's great with the concert you guys are doing,
yeah.
you're reaching people that don't know the word and don't know God, and probably have a better relationship or at least knowledge of God after you guys do your concert. And I think that's awesome.
And this it's helped me grow in many ways, and I've seen it help other people grow. If they don't see it, then
Mhm.
I don't know. You know what I mean? But I see it. I
Mhm.
see growth in a lot of people around me today compared to
Right.
where we was at. I'm not saying it's
Right.
because of these shows. It's because of that relationship with God and Him making it
Mhm.
possible for us to be able to even do this stuff. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Definitely.
A lot of people do these shows and they got a stack or whatever you want to call it. They got money behind them. This is just all God making this happen.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I think
And
that's awesome. That's
he's in
amazing.
he's in the blessing business.
Most definitely. Most definitely in the and when you're going through a huge storm, I have to remind myself it's because you got big blessings
Yeah,
definitely coming.
yeah,
Um so most definitely something I remind myself of when I'm going through some things. And because he definitely, God is definitely there on time, in his
yeah,
time, not ours, but
yeah.
definitely always comes through still, and always been very merciful, and always given grace, strength, courage, peace. I can go on and on, about our Lord Savior, but I won't make this a church show today.
No, you
But
good for real. No, you good.
most definitely start pulling out the scripture in a minute. But most definitely, it's good to have people you could fellowship with, and talk about things like that with, because a lot of people nowadays aren't even receptive.
Yeah,
You know, and I think that's very sad. All we could do at that point is pray for them. But I think it said, some people aren't even receptive to receive the information that we might have even been put there to give them.
Yeah.
So I think it's awesome because, like I was saying, the best way to reach people is music and to get everyone together, and you're doing that, and I commend you for that. And shout out to the church and the organizers of the events, and shout out to
Yes.
everyone else, that all the other
It's
artists that
it's
are
it's one
performing.
big team. It's just a bunch of people linked under God making it happen. Like they all got lives they live, but like they make time for it because God makes time for them. And it's
Right.
just a blessing. Like I was saying, it's
Hmm.
just a blessing. Like I can't stress it enough. For real,
Most
I just can't.
definitely. So tell us, your song "Crying Out."
Yeah.
How did that come about? Your inspiration behind that. You just dropped that recently, so I want.
So yeah, that's new. It was released December 17th. So there's I could write a book about how that song was made. I probably wouldn't even have enough time to
Mhm,
explain it all in depth.
mhm,
But in short terms, like one of my good friends, his name's Josh Wilson. He's a producer, a very talented producer. Um, he hit me up and was just like, "Brother, God put these lyrics in my heart, and I'm going through it. And I'm not telling nobody what I'm going through, and I trust you to be a brother, and you know what I'm saying."
mhm,
And pretty much that song, we wrote it together. As soon as he started singing the lyrics, he didn't have no beat or nothing. He was saying he was hearing an acoustic guitar, so I just pulled mine out,
mhm.
and just started playing chords, and it went straight with it, and so I laid the chords down, and
Mhm,
we was working with it, trying to figure out if we should add drums or do this, and it was more on the lines of like I wanted it to be acoustic, you know what I mean? It hit more
mhm,
that way instead of putting drums. So we decided on that, and then I um I reached out to a local church in my hometown.
mhm,
I actually performed in there a bunch of times whenever I was in high school choir, and I
mhm,
just remembered the look of it. Of it
mhm.
just gave me a nostalgia feeling, and
Right.
when I remembered that, it made me want to contact and reach out to them people to do that music video there. So I did, and it took a little bit of time to get it all, you know, settled. But like I planned it, had the date set, and was getting all ready for that. And then a good friend of mine passed away
Mhm,
right in the middle of all of this, and it was hard for me to even not. It wasn't hard to finish the song because the song was already done. It was hard for me to do the music video because
mhm.
the day that I had to go do the music video, he died in the hospital. So
And shout out to him. That's
the
Saquon you're
point.
talking about. Yeah, should definitely shout out to him. He was a very talented artist as well, and very good friends with Trenny Rayy. And it definitely was devastating. To get that news. So definitely a moment of silence and shout out to him.
But I just did what I felt I needed to do, and I didn't force none of that stuff. Like everything happened how it was supposed to happen,
Hmm.
and I'm here where I'm at right now. So
So you
I'm
just
just
dropped two.
thankful.
You just dropped two other albums too, though. Before
Yeah,
Crying Out.
in the process of that too. But I've got so much music out. I got so much more sitting, and that's the thing. Like I keep making music, and I got so much sitting. I'm just like I don't.
Yeah.
It ain't that I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just I'm to the point in life. Like I had to get myself straight and get. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Well,
My
sometimes you
my
gotta take
life
a
right.
little break and step back and take time too to mourn, heal, and just get your head back together. Kind of just revamping. And sometimes we all need that time. Just take time to ourselves. It's definitely important, no matter what's going on, to take time to yourself. What are the names of your other two projects so people can look them up?
So I got So if we go from the beginning, I got New Beginnings. That was the first project that I made. Like I was telling you about me having like full ownership of my music. So I made that album. I don't actually have a physical copy of it no more. But then I made Ratchet to Life, which is a movie soundtrack for the movie, which we'll be talking about that also. I put a lot of my life and time into that, and that's something that we're gonna talk
That's
about.
the next thing I wanted to ask you about was the movie. Trenny Rayy came out with a movie last summer,
Yeah,
and it definitely was a dope movie, very touching and inspiring.
yep.
What made you come up with that movie or even putting it together?
So my grandfather, he was a videographer just like I am,
Mm-hmm.
and he's really the main. I mean, I've got other inspirations of why I film. Like I've got Jude Boy Films. He was a videographer for me, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
still hit him up today if I want to get on that level. You know what I mean? I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like I've told before. I'm on. It ain't about a budget.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody's work has to be paid for. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just still in that point in my life. Like I can do it myself. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
But I still respect the hustle and the grind. You know, I don't even know if Jew Boy is even
Mm-hmm.
doing any more music videos, but shout out to him. And if you want a music
Mm-hmm.
video, hit him up. But
Most definitely.
we got the Ballad of Trennyy Rayy. Um, that was the project that I put, the counter project that I put out to Ratchet to Life. So when
Mm-hmm.
the movie was released, it came with Ratchet to Life movie soundtrack, and then at the end of the movie, it announces this album, which leads
Okay,
into the next chapter, which
right.
I've actually got a lot of documentation. I don't know if I'm going to start on this next part of this movie or if I'm just going to hold off for what God wants me to do, but it's all in his hands when it comes to that.
So
And
the
then,
movie they can find on YouTube, correct?
yes, ma'am, it's on YouTube. My link tree is on my Facebook. Trent Turner, Trennyy Rayy got this. You can find all my socials on there, all the music that I've got put out. You know, all my
That's
stuff.
that's Trent Turner, y'all. Trent Turner
And
on
that's on
his
my Facebook.
Facebook, and his link tree is on his Facebook. His link
And
tree has all his links for to
hmm
stream his music, to find him, and everything he's doing. Very organized. That's what I like too. Is you're very organized.
yes,
You have
ma'am.
your link tree right there in your profile,
Got to be.
which everyone should be doing. Hint, hint. But yeah, most definitely. You just always gave me a good, very first impression. We've always had good positive vibes. Always good aura. And I could feel the spirit. When we talk. You definitely have power to change people's lives, and I hope you continue to keep doing what you're doing.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
sure. Um,
And
so
then we got Highly Favored.
what was the
This is
name of the movie?
this is new. Actually, this is probably as new as Crying Out is. Um, I'm the type like I can make singles and put those out and all that, but like I'm just the type I love being able to give y'all enough.
A whole album. That's
Yeah,
what I like too. Is you're not rushing to just drop single after single. This man's
yeah.
making albums, y'all. Like
This one's got
nowadays,
21
it's
songs
hard
on
to
it.
even
Ratchet to Life's got 21 songs. This
it's
one's
hard to
got
even find
12.
people still doing albums like that. Seriously. So it's definitely dope. I'm excited to see what's even to come in the future. You have a lot of great projects coming up, a lot of great stuff coming up.
I got two projects that I'm working on for sure that I know that I'm going to be releasing. Um, with help of with you on one of them, also with the management. We'll be discussing that too. Um,
Hmm.
it's I've got so much music sitting. I can make 4 or 5 albums if I wanted to. It's just all about like the time what I
Hmm.
mean by the mind frame I was in. You know, I experience it all
Hmm.
sometimes, and I go back to them stages, and like it makes me want to go, like you know what I mean, put it out. And that's how this
Right.
album was right here, pretty much. This is like half of it is newly songs that I created, and the other half is ones that's just old. So it's
Right.
just like if you really have this album and like you know me, if
Mm-hmm.
you listen to the very beginning, you know, you have the highly favored interlude, which was like, you know, me now, like you hear me now
Mm-hmm.
and the quality, and then it goes from the beginning like Won't Stop. Everybody who knows me has heard Won't Stop on my YouTube and the music
Mm-hmm.
video I did. You know, I had to get my brothers on there on the remix with me.
Mm-hmm.
I Pray, Still in Me, you know, Ready, Get Me Right, Into the Line with my brother. Just
Mm-hmm.
they're all good songs, and they just sat, and I never did nothing with them. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's like they was supposed to be on this project, you know. And this ain't forced music. It's not forced.
Mm-hmm.
I call these sitters.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Sitters, meaning they've been in the vault
They been in the vault.
and they finally are out. So
Yeah.
y'all tap in. Definitely check out Trent Turner on Facebook. All his links are there. Trennyy Rayy is his artist name. Definitely a very talented artist, producer. Even if you need a producer, check him out. He does great job mixing, mastering,
Yep.
making beats.
Yep.
And the beats you make, like, I have to say I'm impressed. You make some really good beats, and whatever beat you make sure that track sounds like it's just right on point with that beat.
Yeah. And
Um,
see, that's the way I am. Like, that's why it's just hard for me to just post content on YouTube now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make something that's gonna be fit for that person. So, like, what I mean by like when I'm collaborating with somebody, I get tuned into them. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I get on their level so I can make what they want. You know what I mean?
like
And plus put
custom
my
beat.
my, my juice on it. My like you
hmm
know my sauce.
Right, put your sauce on it. So for custom beats, that's usually what you do. You'll like have a conversation with someone and feel them out, see
Yeah.
what their personality is like on how you should make their beat, and
Well,
then add your
that's the
sauce
thing.
to it.
Like I can do it over the phone, but like when I'm
hmm
working in person with somebody, it's a whole different vibe. Like
Definitely.
when you in that moment, you'll know what I'm talking about. And like you
hmm
can ask anybody that I've done music with. Like I get so much inspiration from people too, but like I
hmm
bring light out into people, and they bring light out into me too, and that's what makes it even. You know, that's how we're able to the people that I'm around right now. Like I've done music with so many people. I'm not talking about past experiences or bad
hmm
relationships. I'm just meaning like when you connect on a level with people, it's just the opportunities are countless.
Right,
I don't know
most
how to I
definitely.
don't know how to explain that.
No, most definitely, because people could even, on it's definitely not the same as on the phone as in person,
Yeah.
because someone can even pretend to be someone else for years on the phone,
You know, that's like
and then you meet them in person and find out there's someone completely different.
That's
So,
like when I met Lil Flip in Time to Eat, Lewisburg. He had a showcase down here, and I met him and was
mm,
able to get him on my song. You know, there was a lot of stuff that happened between that. You know, I don't have to recap
mhm,
it, but
mhm.
you know that was a blessing just to be able to do a song
Right,
with Lil Flip. You know, my uncles
exactly.
grew up on him. You know, they
Most
introduced it to me. Like my dad, he wanted a different life for us,
mhm.
and he actually broke that CD that my uncle gave us. But we ended up getting more down the road later on. But
Nice.
shout out to Lil Flip, for
Yes,
real.
definitely. And is that track out yet? Did you drop that
Yeah, it
one?
is. It's called Swinging and Swerving. It's on all platforms. I
Okay.
produced that song. I made the beat. Um, you know, I had a lot of problems with that song, but past is the past, and I'm just gonna show my work. You know what I can do. You know.
Oh, most definitely. That's the most important thing, and that's what
But
we're
shout
here to
out to Lil
do.
Flip though, for real. God got us all, man. That song's a hit.
Yeah, for sure. I think all your songs are a hit, but that's just my personal opinion. Most definitely, talented and a lot of dope. All your tracks, I think also have like this anointing on them.
Yeah.
Like anyone that's really in tune, and you know what I mean, anyone that's really in tune can feel that anointing. And, that's one of the reasons, I feel like it's so important, you know, to just get the word out there and let people,
Marinate on it.
who you are and get to know your music, get to know you as a person, but also, check out Trennyy Rayy's music. Like, that's all I
look at it like, if, and I'm not talking about other rappers or not like that, but like if people can get on there and like talk about nonsense and people just bump it, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I speak about real stuff that I deal with and go through?
Right.
And people
It's
bump
refreshing.
it,
It's refreshing. The music you put out is refreshing. It's not all about sex, drugs, killing, all that other crazy nonsense. It's literally a really good, dope message every time.
I ain't no battle rapper either. Like I can't sit here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I can't sit here and freestyle. I mean, I can rhyme some rhymes, but like I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove a point who's the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I write my content, and that's how I make my content what I want it to be. Some people are gifted and can like speak of things right at that time and moment of what they're thinking. Like my brother. My brother is the best freestyle artist I know. Like I'll put him up to anybody. And it ain't about like a battle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna speak his mind and his truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether or not they go like it, you know what I'm saying? But like,
right. I feel that.
Everybody wants him on the song, but it's hard to get him on the song, and he ain't even want no money. It's just he's about like me. If he ain't feeling it, he ain't gonna do it. He's also the type, like, he's not also gonna get on somebody's song like it ain't about no clout. Like my brother, he's a genuine person. Like there's been past times where people come in my studio and they're just starting out. You know what I'm saying? Don't really know much about music or like how to make it. And like he's jumped on their songs before just to, you know what I'm saying?
Help motivate them.
Yeah. You didn't have to. But like a lot of people nowadays, like when they hear my brother, he's just got a distinct flow, and I swear, like if I could, I would like I push my brother as much as I can, same way I push me and my uncle. You know what I'm saying? But like if I could really get him in the right hands of the right people, because we all make different genres of music. My brother, he makes different genre. I make different genre. My uncle makes different genre, but we still able to make it smash together like jam. You know what I'm saying? And when you eat it, it's a taste. Like you get this explosion over here, and you get this over here. And
that's a good way to
and
put
you back
it.
down here. No snap. I'm singing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody expects it.
If he ever is interested in battle rap, though, I'm definitely affiliated with a few different leagues. So,
most definitely.
Definitely keep that in mind. I know you said you're not, but
Ratchet
if he's ever interested, or anyone or anybody for that matter that runs across this that's interested in battle rap, we are recruiting people, females as well. Actually, looking for some female battle rappers. Especially,
I'd love to have him and my homie Zach. He used to go by Chaka. He don't go by Chaka no more, but it's Zachary Outs and them two. I'd love to go on like an interview and just play like talk and then play a few beats and be like, here, freestyle something for them. And I'm telling you, like the way we work in the studio, just like my Uncle White, bro, he freestyles too, but it's just different. Like I don't know, like we go in there and we get it done, and it's not something that we working on all night and like struggling to do it and it's forced. It's just, you make dinner and you eat it and you enjoy it.
Right. Well, you're not in there just bull crapping either.
No,
like, just bull crapping, rolling blunts and talking crap. No, you literally get down to the business when you're in the studio. And
I've been around all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up around like all that, and like it don't bother me, but like it is refreshing not to just be in an environment that's clean.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like when that's one thing about all these events and this tour and like the church stuff. Like I love it because like I've done so many shows being in bars and people drinking alcohol, and if that's what you do, that's what you do. I'm not gonna judge you. You know what I'm saying? I got family who drink, but it's just I like it when it's a clean environment because
that's your spirit.
That's my spirit.
Right.
You know what I
And
mean? And you took
right,
the words
I
out my
get
mouth
it.
and said it. You know what I mean? I didn't have to say it. You said it.
Because I get it. Like I completely feel that. I was born and raised in church, and it's always been
It's
um
just more respectable, and I'll still
something
perform in
strong.
like bars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I
Yeah, I
have to.
mean, everyone can do their own thing or whatever, but at the same time, you could feel the difference in the air,
Yeah,
even
that's
in your
like my homie
spirit.
in Lewisburg. He's got a restaurant and a bar. His name's Big John Tom D. Shout out to him. Like
Mhm.
anytime I need to come perform, like he's got me. You know what I mean? Like
That's
that's
what's
an
good.
environment I respect
Mhm.
onto that level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But shout out to Big John too.
Mhm. And shout out to, everyone that's ever gave Trenny Ray an opportunity. And
Yeah.
shout out to everyone that's done a feature with him. And shout out to everybody, period. Because we go to naming people, they're gonna say we forgot somebody. So
Yeah. Shout
just
out to everybody. If
everybody,
I'm not thinking about
everybody.
you, shout out to you.
Shout out to everybody that he's worked with. Most definitely.
Another thing, I wanna say something.
Mhm.
If y'all have not checked out Zaquan's album, go check it out. He would
Most
really appreciate it, and he would want you to listen to it. It's called
and
Truth Be Told, and that's the Quan.
and that's what it's called. Truth be told.
Truth Be Told.
And they can find that on YouTube or
They
all
can find it
platforms.
everywhere under his label. The management and all that was put out by Fresh to Death, but it was under his label. But yeah, you can find all that on YouTube.
Zaquan, Zaquan.
Yes, ma'am.
So y'all definitely check that out as well. Definitely was taken from us too soon.
And
Very
if y'all have like any type of donations or want to do anything like that, you can hit up Miranda Stewart on Facebook. Um, that's her name. You can get her Cash App from her, like,
mhm,
and you can bless her for Zaquan. You don't have
mhm,
to, but it's just I just felt it in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And y'all can
Yeah,
do that
most definitely.
also
Yeah, most
for
definitely.
Zaquan.
Yes, yes. Um, we definitely need to have you back on the show soon.
Most definitely.
Next time, before you drop your next project and stuff, we'll have you come back on
Yeah.
and talk about it. You have some more shows coming up with the tour as well, correct?
Yeah. February the 20th, I believe.
Yeah, you said February 20th last night.
And then
Um,
the 3rd or the 25th of February, which is also my girlfriend's birthday. Um, we'll have an event that day too.
okay, well,
So it's all scheduled out. I'll have to go look on my phone, but like they've got it all scheduled out.
yes, just keep track of his page. Make sure you guys follow so you get all the updates and everything. Most definitely we'll be sharing out this show as well.
Most definitely.
Anyone that tunes in even later, please make sure you guys share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If anyone is looking for management or A&R, just promotions, definitely hit me up. I have all the marketing and
Yep.
advertising tools you need. Brand consulting, radio play submissions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely tap in. We got everything you need. Dope producers all around. Um, so most definitely tap in.
There's just I got a lot of stuff in the works. It's just I'm taking my time with it, like I do with everything.
As you should, right?
I had some stuff I had to get off my shoulders and get done, and then I finally got that done. And just the people around me, I'm just so thankful for. Like I couldn't ask for better people, and they're helping me do. It ain't about me, but like I have a dream also, just like they have a dream, and they're helping me do my dream, and I'm gonna make sure that they're took care of when this is all said and done.
We're gonna before we go, we're gonna play some of your music.
Most definitely.
I have some. I'm gonna share the YouTube screen I pulled up before the show. Just let me know. Can you see
Yeah,
it?
Crying
Okay.
Out just reached 6.1K. Y'all go play that thing all night, man, and listen to it, and
That's
just listen
awesome.
to the lyrics.
I see that. That's awesome.
And that's
We're gonna
all.
actually play that song right now, "Crying Out," and you guys definitely got to check out this music.
Yep.
Just let me know if you can't hear it or anything, but it should be working fine today.
Much love, everybody.
This baggage I carry is weighing me down. No, I'm going through hell and no help can be found. Hey, the man in the mirror's the one that I blame. The same one I love is the one that I hate. Ooh, I'm crying now. I'm crying now until you hit me, Lord. I'm crying now. I'm crying now, hey, until you hit me, Lord. There's some things about me that I cannot change. No, no. The hurt from my past and the scars that remain. Hey, no. These shadows, they follow wherever I go. No, no. No peace in my mind, no rest for my soul. Crying now. I'm crying now until you hit me, Lord. I'm crying now. Lord, I'm crying now until you hit me. Most of my life's been chained and bound. Ain't on my thought they was lost can be found. Here at this altar, I'm laying it down tonight. Ooh. Most of my life's been chained and bound. Ain't on my thought they was lost can be found. Here at this altar, I'm laying it down tonight. I'm crying now. Lord, I'm crying now, yeah, until you hit me. Lord, crying now until you hit me. Lord, I'm crying now until you hit me.
Approximately 225,000 people die from drug overdose every year in the United States. And you guys also seen the alcohol one as well. Um, I think that's definitely a dope message you even put at the end of this track.
You know, it's not to scare people.
Suicide on average, 50,000 people die of suicide every year in the United States. And no, things like this need to be talked about, and they aren't
Yeah.
talked about enough. And that's why I'd like to do my Monday mental health awareness shows. And I know I need to bring them back more consistently now.
You know,
But
that's like Eminem
it's things like
and that
this.
song he did with Juice World, you know,
Hmm.
like I respect it
Hmm.
because there's a message in it, you know. And like there's a lot of people that's idols that I look up to and that I would love to work with and wish to work with in the future, you know, but sometimes in life you got to go on your own route until people recognize you and notice you. You know,
Mhm.
that's like this song "Crying Out." I would love for Jelly Roll to hear it. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Because the it ain't about the clout and the fame and like all that attention. Like it's about the people I'm trying to reach. And there's people that's struggling, man. Like I was, like my best friend was,
Mhm.
my friend who helped me write the song. Like when I connect with people and like I'm able to not change their life completely, but like shift it to where they was at. Like that's, you couldn't ask for a better friend.
Yeah,
And
this is
sometimes
Big One, guys.
it's
93.
not even about music. You know what I'm saying? Like just being there for your people. Like at the end of the day, this music don't mean nothing. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just music. But like just having that relationship with somebody. It could be
It's a way to reach people, and you
yeah.
definitely do that.
It's a Quan. I won't ever forget that day. We was shooting a music video for my song. It was on the whatchamacallit, New Beginnings album, Deep in Me.
I don't know. Okay, there it goes. I was gonna say I wanted to go do something else. We're gonna play another track. Um, that definitely was a very touching track. I love the acoustics in that. Like you were saying, yeah. Um, Nothing else had to definitely be added to that. That was
Yeah.
perfect with those acoustics.
And you know, I've had a few not, I mean, they're producers, but like, you know, I've had other people try to say that that song was literally, it wasn't pieced together or nothing like that. It was just, it was two souls coming together to make it one. And
Mhm.
you know, I get criticism all the time for Crying Out, and it should have been done this way, it should have been done that way. But you know, me and my brother Josh are happy with how we made it, and it's reaching
Mhm.
who it needs to reach.
Right, right. And definitely sometimes you just have to ignore the criticism.
Yep.
Because the criticism in the long run is usually just other people's opinions, and they might not even know music as well as you do. So,
Well, I'm the
uh,
type, like, I'm always down. I'm always willing to listen to criticism, but like when it comes to that, like when people do that, I'm like, well, why can't, well, just help me. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes
well,
down to that,
explain
it's
to
it's
me
always
why.
about money.
Right, right.
But and it ain't about money to me. You know what I mean? If I'm going through something and I'm financially held up, like I'm gonna make sure that I take care of mine and what I have to
Right.
do, and not, I sacrifice so much stuff for this music. You know what I'm saying? And I have been sacrificing a
Mhm.
lot. Like I've been doing a lot of me time, doing stuff that I need to do, and not even been
Mhm.
doing music. But like I'll get caught back in it and like get little glimpses, and it's just like stuff that I want in life. And like the support that's behind it, like my girlfriend, you know,
Mhm.
that's support that keeps me going also. Like my
Right.
family, like they support me also. You know what I'm saying? They got their doubts some days. They don't want me doing it no more. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They tell me to grow up. But like there's people that's older than me that's still making a living doing this music, and the content they're putting
Mhm.
out, you know, it's ridiculous.
I definitely don't know where growing up comes into play, because this music sounds like very mature grown
Oh
music.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely going to definitely be music that's around for years to come. So I'm happy that you don't listen to anybody else, and that you listen to God and to yourself, and still do what you know is important to do. And putting out messages like this is definitely important for a lot of people. This song is called Purpose. So we're about to
This was
play.
produced by me and Robbie P. Shout out to Robbie P from the UK. Yay.
Yeah, shout out to Robbie P.
Robbie P, mate. We in the building, eh?
Look, they say I'm stuck reminiscing, but now I'm really on this mission, this expedition. Hey, Trennyy Rayy. Sold off. They said I fought off. Yeah. Now I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, should I go insane? I could talk about some things, but God help me rearrange. Living with a purpose, yeah, he knows that I keep working. If I get to hurting, yeah, I pray, then he takes the pain away. This ain't John 1 to Mac, but y'all swear that he was bad. Man, I feel like I'm Jack Black, but y'all ain't see where I was at. Yeah, been standing tall, gripping firm. God's trust ain't hard to earn. Step away from the burn, live in love, we gotta learn. The right rhyme, the right time, and you know you see things like sometimes they talking down on me. Time, but they was cheering with pop-poms. Yeah, they look for inspiration and go and start confrontations. They building up a legacy, but don't know where it's taking me. God knows where I'ma go if I listen what he teaching and apply it so for show. And they write about the hatred and the song can't hurt the G. Yeah, they know that I'll be stacking up his records, making beats. So anybody wanna say alone? So say it's all to make change. Holding them out to show you the way. I put my all in this song. So anybody wanna say alone? So say it's all to make change. Quit holding them out to show you the way. I am the resurrection and the life. Those who believe in me, even though they die, will live. And everyone who lives and believes in me will never die.
You know, that saying was told to me, I don't know how many times until I got it in my head. And that's the thing, when you finally accept it and you know it, that's when you'll succeed where you want to succeed at. And I don't know how to explain that. It just came to my heart.
Yeah, how did you come up with that one? It was just something put on your heart?
So that beat actually, me and Robbie P, we make all kinds of music together. And like we'll sit on it because it's not something that is rushed, you know what I mean? Like I was telling you. But that song actually was supposed to be for the Ballad of Trennyy Rayy. And I don't know what it was at the time of me making the Ballad of Trennyy Rayy album. Like I just could not come up with no lyrics for that song. And then it's just like I made 12 songs for Ballad of Trennyy Rayy and I just ran with it. Something told me 12, so I just did that. And then I started working on the Highly Favored. And then I just went back to that beat and then it just started, you know what I mean, flowing out of me. And then it just hit me purpose, you know. Everybody's got a purpose, you know.
Most definitely.
I'm talking about revival, ain't battle rapping, no idols. Had to clean up all my vitals. Talk to God, he said just get.
And I guarantee the thing.
His Love by Trennyy Rayy.
Right, and I guarantee the things that I promise you, you gotta keep faith. Even when the flesh it comes around, goes around, never change. If you listen, you'll be gifted riches in a higher place. 11, 23, 29, that's what Moses say. I ain't tripping, I'm just out here living up in Jesus' name, helping all my people and the ones who don't understand the slang. If you willing, then you willing. I don't wanna hear you can't, cause everybody got something in their closet, you can't hide it, man. My mind was wrong for so long. Was like I was dreaming of things I ain't got control. People I love leaving. I was down and out for a little minute. He put me back, I'm on, got me giving. I ain't wasting no weight, this love. I ain't wasting no weight, this love. I can't let his love waste away, even if I'm holding pain. Be faithful in little things, God help me maintain. I ain't tryna buy no time, it's a virtue. People roll my rhymes all the time, thought I had you. I ain't in the place they say chase is the race. I'm in the county with no bounty, Tennessee is where I stay. And all I know is if I flow, I might not end up in the grave. I'm taking all my hate that's up inside, I can't let it go, sit remain. No, I ain't here to lie, cause in the end, there ain't nothing to gain. And if you're feeling shy, you got a guy, hope he helps you change. But I respect your business, never try to go and hurt your name. And hearing and I'm seeing what I'm seeing, I know God understands. My mind was torn for so long, was like I was dreaming. Like I know, of things control. People I love leaving. Ooh, I was down and out for a little minute. He put me back, I'm on, got me giving. I ain't wasting away this love. I ain't wasting away this love for no reason.
What made you how'd you come up with that one?
So originally it wasn't even supposed to be me making that song. I mean, I was supposed to do the hook, but like me, my brother Josh, and Moses, it was originally supposed to be us three on that song. And like I didn't take nothing from nobody because I had their permission, you know what I mean, to do what I wanted to do. Because that's the type of people they are. Like when they see God working, they let him work. They don't stop God. You know what I mean? And I was going through so much at the time when I was trying to make that song, and I could not come up with anything, so I just sat on it. And then I started working on Ballad of TrennyyRayy, and like I had people come into my life that I thought really had love for me. And I'm not going to talk about it because like I'm happy where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? And I showed so much love to that person. And it's just like I almost neglected God in a certain way. You know what I mean? So like that's how I come up with this song, like his love. Like I won't take away God's love. You know what I'm saying? Like for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Most definitely.
And that's how that song came to be.
Most definitely feel that.
Like I was going through it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I made that song and like I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. You know, people will come in your life and even try to convince you that there is no God and things of that nature. And there's definitely a God, and all I can do at that point is pray for that person. But most definitely,
you know, and it brought me back. It brought me back closer because I get closer and closer and closer to him, to God. You know what I'm saying? And it brought me back when I did that. Like it brought me back to what I knew my purpose. Like I get off track all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I get reminded like, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. You know?
Right. Sometimes we need a reminder, something to make us snap back into place where we need to be according to his will and where, you know, he wants us.
Another song on that album that I really love, and it's gonna be the next music video that I release. It's called Till It's Gone.
Till It's Gone.
Yeah, that's on Highly Favored.
Yeah, where'd that go?
That song is.
There it is.
That's probably one of my personal favorites on that whole project. Like I love every song. Like I don't have a favorite, but like just that song right there, like it tied it all together.
When you build your online store with GoDaddy, it's easy to sell.
Yeah, I most definitely
everywhere your
was
customers
checking
shop.
that title out too, thinking about playing that one. Just because of the title alone caught my eye. I tried to avoid the ads as much as I can.
Oh, you good.
There we go. Till It's Gone, y'all.
First to death, first to decide. Hoping, praying for better days, ain't stuck in repetition. Found a way to give the music up most and see the vision. Knew some days it's hard to believe. Family gone, I gotta achieve. Look in the mirror, I know I'm a sinner. I'm trying to get bigger, ain't trying to compete. See, that's why right when I drop light into when I'm gone. Was told when I was a young and knew one day be on my own. Now I look at God, he on the throne. Most will say it's make believe. If he sows a seed and watch it grow, it thoughtful fruit never I give all my praise to God. He got me singing. Every day I'm multiplying. Woo, I'm changing. I'm trying to learn from life. I can't wait this time. Don't know what you got till it's gone. When people moving left and right, where'd you go? I'm not blind. Don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm trying to learn from life. I can't wait this time. Don't know what you got till it's gone. When people moving left and right, where'd you go? I'm not blind. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Now I pray and let that shoulder lean. Watch it see it multiply. Living what I'm preaching and then I'm here, that's fine. When I was down bad and my thoughts fighting the right rhyme. Slimming on my way, yeah, on the plane. Was lost for a long time. Sometimes I wanna be left alone from hatred in my body. I could party on these rappers, man, but it's just another hobby. What I had to learn and had to give. Now I'm learning how to live with folks when they done me wrong. I know can't talk about it on the song. Yeah, I've been rolling down the highway, see the look on my face, knowing all my worries are gone. Ooh, looking at the path that I take to them is like a long man. No longer hearing rage in these songs. I'm trying to learn from life. I can't wait this time. Don't know what you got till it's gone. When people moving left and right, where'd you go? I'm not blind. Don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm trying to learn from life. I can't wait this time. Don't know what you got till it's gone. When people moving left and right, where'd you go? I'm not blind. Don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm trying to learn from life. I can't wait this time. Don't know what you got till it's gone. When people moving left and right, where'd you go? I'm not blind. Don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm trying to learn from life. I can't wait this time. Don't know what you got till it's gone. When people moving left and right, where'd you go? I'm not blind. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, till it's gone.
I like the way you did that at the end. That was like a perfect final touch.
Yeah. You know, I actually, y'all probably wouldn't believe it, but like, it was crazy how I recorded that song because I recorded it like 3 o'clock in the morning and my parents was asleep in the next room and I don't know how the hell I didn't wake them up, but it was me and my girlfriend and we wrote that song together. Like I wrote a little bit and then like she heard something and it's like I wrote it down. I wrote a little bit more and she wrote some more and it's just teamwork. You know what I mean?
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what's up. That definitely is.
I won't forget that one either.
I love that track. I definitely do. That track has a lot of meaning. We're gonna wrap things up for now, but we definitely have to have you back on the show. That was a lot of definitely dope tracks we got to hear. I'm looking forward to everything to come. Guys, don't forget to check out Trent Turner, aka Trennyy Rayy, on his Facebook is Trent Turner, and you will find his link tree with all his links to all his platforms. Very organized as well.
Yeah, my granddaddy made me do that.
I'm telling you, you had one of the best teachers, most definitely. Definitely was a really good teacher. I'm just happy that you actually have taken what you've learned and applied it. You know, a lot of people might learn a whole lot and not even do nothing with it. So, you know, I commend you for even, you know, taking the time to really, you know, do something with it. Plus,
thank you for taking the time to make this happen.
Oh, thank you. Salute to you. And I appreciate that. Most definitely. I think it's important for people to not just know who you are, but know your music because you have such a dope content and message to give to people. So, you know, any way I can help spread that message, I'm here to help for sure.
Thank you.
Most def. And guys, don't forget, go follow Trennyy Rayy on all platforms.
Trennyy Rayy got this, man.
That's right. Do you have any, actually, before we end, any shout outs or anything you want to give or?
Man, shout out to Agenda. He just popped up on my mind. That's a artist. He has his own label, and he's also partnered with mine. Shout out to everybody that I already mentioned. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Sermon, Shanti, Josh, Moses, Zach, Robbie P, Ratchet Mac, White Breast Skinny, Agenda, Zaquan Quan. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Yes, most definitely. That's what's up. So till next time, guys, we're gonna have more flyers posted soon for more artist interviews, and
Cowboy the dog.
also we'll be doing more Monday mental health awareness shows at 3 p.m. Eastern every Monday. So don't forget to check that out. I allow artists that day to come on the platform and talk, open up the platform
That's dope.
freely if people want to talk about mental health or their experiences with themselves or their loved
Yeah.
ones or whatever. That's definitely something else that's not talked about enough that
No, it ain't.
raise awareness for as well, because sometimes people just need someone to talk to.
You know, and that's a good thing that you do that, because like there's some people that could be struggling, and then you going to talk to them, it could just, like you saying, make their day. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, and it's the reason I even started my podcast was, I realized there's a lot of people, because when I was like 4 or 5 years ago, when I was a live streamer on different apps, it's like I was seeing how much people really just need a friend and need
Yeah.
someone to talk to, and it's not always about, people are looking for anything else. Some people
Yeah.
are really just that lonely or really just need somebody because they don't have nobody. And just to have someone to talk to sometimes could change someone's life, or just checking up on somebody every day can change their life.
Yep.
And a few things resonated with me. Like I had people starting to come back and thank me for helping them. And to me, I didn't do anything but be myself,
Yeah.
but just, me being myself and talking to them and checking on them, it really, helped them, get out of their depression, get out of situations that they needed to get out of that were unhealthy, and different things of that nature. And when, you have a room in this live app, you have a room lit with hundreds of people, even your panel like packed, and you have someone actually come up and thank you and give you your flowers for just helping.
Mm-hmm.
Like that choked me up even when I was live. Like it choked me up. Like, don't make me cry on my live.
And you know, that's like
But
another thing, man.
you know,
Like
that
even
was
with
one of the
me in
reasons.
music,
Right. It's just
you
one of the
know.
reasons too I started the show. And it wasn't just that person, it was more than one person.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones that stuck out to me always. And I started doing it on the stereo app, but that was just audio. And I noticed when I started doing it about a year ago on Facebook, I just started, having more of a reaction and more people tuning in too, because it's video, everything's visual nowadays. So, and I just stuck with it. And, I love doing, and then it kind of just went together to do the artist interviews because I'm doing the music thing anyway too. So that kind of all just came together as well. But yeah, originally the podcast started, y'all, wasn't even for artist interviews. It was really for people just to be able to come talk, and have someone to talk to.
That's what it's about, for real. Like that's what I was exactly about to say. Like at the end of the day, like this music don't mean nothing. Like I don't have to collaborate with you
Mm-hmm.
to feel you. I can have a conversation with you and be your friend before I ever make any type of music with you. Like I don't have to
Right.
do that. You know what I'm saying? Like music,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like what you're saying, like with your podcast, like it wasn't a podcast, but it turned into that because of
Right.
the how the message was going with you, and like it didn't
Mm-hmm.
affect you, but it did in a good way.
Right. It affected me in a good way that made
You
me
see what
want
I'm
to do
saying?
even more and make a bigger difference. Right.
Most definitely. Like I love that, for real.
Yeah, I don't share that a lot, too much. So I just wanted to, but yeah, that, it was just like one of them things where the funny thing is me and two of my bros on the live app, we started trying to do it on there, but it wasn't the same. And then, I wasn't even on that app anymore. I
Yeah.
started doing my own thing. That's when I started my lingerie line and doing more modeling and stuff. So I kind of like just
Working
wasn't
on yourself.
right. So rediscovering myself, working on myself. So then I started doing, the other app I mentioned, but it was just audio.
Yeah.
And it was like, unless you do a ton of networking on apps like that, you're not really going to reach
Yeah.
people. I did over 80 shows on that audio app. And then I finally just was like, switched over to Facebook. But even before that, before I switched to Facebook, I was on a couple different live streaming apps. And there's one that was an audio app that I started an agency on. And the funny thing is the way I came up with the Peach Empire Agency, like the whole story behind that name isn't just because I'm Peach. It's because when I was on these live streaming apps, I was going to start an agency, and I did on the one, and that was the name of it. It was the Peach Empire Agency. So I'm like, I just stuck with the same name for my management A&R company. It just made sense. Like, why would I switch the name now?
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't do that. That way it's connected to one thing, see?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's
it all just came together, even when it came to promote. And that's the other thing on the live streaming apps. I was already promoting artists. I was already starting to manage a couple artists. So it just made sense too for me to get my LLC and,
yeah,
really build up my empire, which is what I'm doing now.
really branded too.
Yes. So I most definitely am super excited about everything to come to this year.
Most definitely.
A lot of dope stuff to come. Um, and just from working hard and being consistent can definitely make things happen. So,
Yep.
if anybody out there, is doubting themselves, just know, with hard work and consistency and a little faith, you definitely can go the distance and even further. So,
Most definitely. Even the people who aren't looking for it, like, you know what I'm saying, who think they got it all figured out, you don't. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Most
And
definitely don't. But think you do. But it's okay. It's okay.
but I'll still salute y'all for real, because like I
Mm-hmm.
want to reach them people too. It's part of
Mm-hmm.
it when it ain't this business, but when you're in this line
Right.
of what I'm doing for the kingdom, you got to reach
Right. It's
everybody.
about the people, not just the music.
Hmm.
I get that completely because that's how I feel about the show and why I'm going to get back consistent with my Monday show.
Most
Um,
definitely.
I definitely, I was going through some things and stuff, and I know I have to apologize. I did take some time off before we wrap things up, and wasn't doing Mondays for about a month. But I'm going to get back into it every Monday because it definitely is dope opportunity for a lot of people,
Yep.
and it opens up the platform for people to come talk. And it's definitely something that more of us need to be raising awareness on too. We can be saving people's lives
Yeah.
if they
Instead
just
of
had
hurting them.
to talk to. Yeah. A lot of people tell me I should have went and got my I should have probably got my counseling degree or my psychiatrist degree because at this point I should have probably did it 2 years ago.
Yep.
But still never too late. Still
Hey,
might
that's something
actually.
else you can work towards if that's what your heart's on, for real.
Yeah, you know what though? The funny thing is I never thought that would be, something I was going to
Yeah.
do. Like I was going to be a lawyer. My thing was law, and then, going to school for that and stuff, but I've even did a paralegal internship. I've done all kinds of stuff like that, but in the long run, I realized sometimes God puts us in places we just don't expect to
Yep.
be put. And, when we notice we're making a difference, how could we change where God put us? If
Yeah.
that's where he wants me to be, this is where he
That's where
wants me
you,
to be,
yep.
that's where I'm at, so most definitely hope to keep making a difference in people's lives.
You
And
will.
that's what I also love about working with artists is, watching, it gives me gratification to be able to help someone level up and get their music out there and get heard. And because I have a passion to help people. So that's really
Me
where
too,
it's
for
from
real.
too. It's just, I have a passion to genuinely help people. So, it isn't just all about business and all about money and things like that. And that's why a lot of people mess with me though, because they see that. They see I'm real, I'm genuine, and I'm not just trying to get your next dollar out of you. Like unfortunately a lot of these companies are doing now, and not really paying attention to the artists
Yeah.
themselves and their music, just pretty much focusing too much on the money aspect. And the money is going to come, irregardless. But it is about also focusing on the individual.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think a lot of people lost sight on that, so hopefully, those were words of enlightenment for some people that get to tune in later. And until next time, y'all, you guys have a blessed night. Salute to everybody. And I'm just going to play a video or two, and we're going to end the live. Definitely don't forget, I have monthly promotional packages and social media promotional packages, all those things to really help artists to level up. So,
and if y'all need an interview, hit up her and she'll get you a budget worked up and she'll get you going, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And yes, most definitely, I'm definitely willing to work with any kind of budget. As long as you're a loyal person, you're honest and, willing to represent the agency, I'm all for helping, so most definitely. Until next time, y'all.
I appreciate you, Melissa.
Yo, what's your boy Trill in the building, man? I want to give a major shout out to the Peach Empire and to Melissa Flynn, man. Major movements on the way, man. Hey, man, artists, man, get your packages today, man, for promotion, marketing, and everything in between. Let's go.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that shout out too. I gotta say, I do appreciate that shout out from Trillwell.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Monthly promotional pack, just shouting me out and giving monthly promotional packages and stuff like that, and a lot of big movements on the way, which is definitely facts. A lot of big stuff on the way. So I'm super excited. Till next time, y'all. Have a
much love, everybody.
Much